Hey, it's Jo. So for today's video, we are going to eat baked mac. Ito yung instant. I have here mandu dumpling, yung vegetable dumpling, and pork tonkatsu, and tonkatsu sauce. So let's start. Actually, wala akong balak mag-film today, kaya lang, nagutom ako. And since medyo, ilang araw na rin ako hindi nag-film, siguro mga 4 days na, naisip ko mag-film na lang. And nag-crave ako sa baked mac. Insert na lang sa screen yung picture nitong baked mac na to. Regular baked mac lang na nabibili sa supermarket. Tapos tong tonkatsu, supermarket ko rin siya binili. This is from CDO. Obviously, masarap. As always. Pumunta ako ng SM, bumili ako ng mga 3 packs nitong vegetable mandu. Kasi malamang matagal-tagal pa ulit ako makakapunta ng SM. Meron akong kape dito. Medyo malamig na siya. But still, kape pa rin. So, hindi na ako nagtimpla ng bago. So for today's video, we are going to talk about Sam Ballard. As usual, na-film ko na yung audio nitong start time na to, and I will insert it now.
As a friendly reminder, I do the best research I possibly can on these videos. I want to emphasize that it is never my intent to offend or upset anyone that may have been involved with these cases or videos. My aim is just to educate and spread awareness about these topics. All of the information I have gathered has been from several different sources online. I understand that all of my information may not be correct. So please feel free to correct me in the comments below. I in no way have intentions of spreading false information. It was just a silly dare among teenage boys. What could it hurt to eat a small slug, you may ask? But an Australian teenager, Sam Ballard, grabbed the slimy creature and swallowed it down. He had no idea that the slug carried a potentially deadly worm that would put him into a coma that lasted more than a year, paralyzed his body, and ultimately take his life. So what happened? In 2010, Sam Ballard was 19 years old. He is an avid rugby player, and he was drinking with his friends, Jimmy Galvin, and several more of his Australian mates, when a slug began crawling across Jimmy Galvin's patio at his home in Sydney. According to Jimmy, they were sitting over there and they were having a red wine appreciation night. And they were trying to act as grown-ups. And then their conversation suddenly turned to, should I eat it? And then Sam got the slug and swallowed it. After Sam swallowed the slug, he became weak and complained of severe pain in his legs. Sam's mother, Katie Ballard, was worried, and she thought that Sam might have multiple sclerosis, which had afflicted her husband. But doctors said no, that wasn't the case. Then Sam turned to his mother and told her that he had eaten a slug. And then Katie went, no one gets sick from that, quote unquote. Soon, however, doctors told them otherwise. Sam had developed rat lungworm disease from the infected slug. What is rat lungworm disease? Rat lungworm disease is caused by a parasitic worm called Angiostrongylus cantonensis. As the name suggests, the parasite lodges in the lungs of rats and is later excreted in their poop. This worm is found in rodents mostly, but snails or slugs can become infected when they eat the poop of the rats. Humans can be infected if they eat the raw or undercooked contaminated animals or vegetables carrying unseen slugs or snails that they have not been thoroughly washed. Beverages can also become contaminated with worms if left open for snails and slugs to enter. Unlike in rats, the worm's life cycle is not completed in a human. So instead of passing through the digestive tract, the worm larva can get lost and it will go to the brain. However, the parasite is not passed from human to human. According to Heather Stockdale-Walden, an assistant professor in the Department of Infectious Diseases and Pathology at the University of Florida, when the parasite gets to the brain, you can have eosinophilic meningitis, which is an inflammation of the membranes surrounding the brain and spinal cord. The usual symptoms can include headaches, nausea, vomiting, fever, and stiff neck, according to CDC. Most cases of rat lungworm disease are typically mild, but in some cases, like some Ballard's, the disease can cause catastrophic damage. Soon after the diagnosis, Sam fell into a coma, where he remained for 420 days. Sam said in the Australian news report that he woke up paralyzed, unable to eat without a tube or move without intense effort. He required 24-hour care 7 days a week. The disease, however, didn't affect Sam's mental faculties, according to his friends and family. According to his friend Jimmy Galvin, Sam is there 100%, and he apologized to Sam about everything that happened that night in his backyard. And he cried. Sam cried. So he knows that Sam is still there. Katie Ballard applied to the National Disability Insurance Scheme, or NDIS, when Sam became eligible for a £300,000 package in 2016. But the following September, without warning, the NDIS texted Katie to say a review of his plan had slashed his allocation to around £75,000. The massive funding cut was without explanation, and around-the-clock care means the Ballard family are heavily in debt and currently owe a nursing service of £25,000. The NDIS said it had been working closely with the Ballard family to find a resolution and increase in Sam's support package. Unfortunately, in November 2018, after 8 years of eating the toxic slug, Sam Ballard passed away. His heartbreaking last words was, "I love you," and he said it several times to his mom, Katie.
Nakagawa na rin ako ng video about, I believe, isa sa mga YouTubers who went too far ko na video. Yung challenge about dun sa eating Tide Pods. And nabanggit ko doon na gusto kong gawin tong video na to, kaya ni-research ko siya. This is another reminder na hindi lahat ng challenge ay safe. I mean, I'm not victim blaming at all. But this is just a reminder for all of us. Actually, dito sa bahay, may mga nakikita ako na maliliit na slugs. Kasi di ba tag-ulan? Tapos minsan bigla na lang sila lumalabas sa CR, ganyan. Makita mo gumagapang sa sahig. And lagi naming nilalagyan ng asin. Kasi 'di ba yung mga linta na tetegi sila sa asin. Kasi nga delikado siya. Sabi ni mama, hindi naman daw yun yung sucking blood na linta. Kasi may lintang ganun, 'di ba? Yung itikot sa balat mo tapos isipin niya yung dugo mo. Hindi naman daw yung ganun. Pero since meron na kaming dog, kailangan lagi kaming aware kung ano yung mga nalalag sa sahig, ganyan. Siyempre dog, di ba? Ang instinct nila is mag-sniff. Although hindi naman nagngangat-ngat yung dog namin, kaya lang ang hilig niyang pumasok sa mga ilalim ng lamesa, ganyan. Kung saan silong. Eh baka ba makalunog siya ng slug? Hindi natin alam, di ba, kung ano magiging effect sa mga aso ko, kung naman yung mga fur baby natin. So, kailangan natin mag-ingat. Always. Nakakalungkot yung nangyari because after nung mga treatments niya, na-hospitalize pa si Sam, nag-rehabilitate siya, kumbaga nag-undergo siya ng rehabilitation, nagkaroon pa ng mga fundraising, ganyan. And he was a really fit young man at 19 years old. Nagra-rugby nga siya. I mean, the sport ha. Naglalaro siya ng rugby. Fit na teenager. Pagkatapos parang ganun-ganun lang. Bigla na lang, alam mo yun, wala nang lakas. Naka-wheelchair. And then after 8 years, or almost 9 yata, he passed away. And case-to-case basis din kasi, di ba, minsan may mga ganitong pangyayari na nakaka-survive naman yung mga patients. Kaya lang, siguro, it's real different from one person to another, ano. So, this is just a reminder, again, na lagi tayong maging mindful sa mga ginagawa natin. Lagi tayong maging vigilant, lagi tayong mag-ingat, especially now na there's a pandemic and may mga kung ano-anong viruses, may pandemic na, and tag-ulan, so mag-ingat tayo sa dengue, sa lamok. Sabi nga, prevention is still better than cure. And in this case, walang cure, so we really need to be preventive sa lahat ng mga ginagawa natin. But yeah, in fairness, naubos ko yung pagkain ko since hinatian ko yung brother ko dun sa niluto ko na baked mac kasi nga alam ko hindi ko naman mauubos, sobrang dami ko niluto. And yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay home, stay safe as much as possible. Kung lalabas kayo, alam niyo yun, do all the precautions. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I hope to see you on my next video. God bless you all. Bye.